All right, and we're always happy to see Vincent from Angel Share. And this is a small distributor that specializes in California wine, but they've got a few things from some other places also. But some really unique stuff. And, you know, I may have a little something against a wine called Tutu, though. You know, just something about ordering that on a wine list. You know, I don't know, this is the second or third time I've seen the Tutu Pinot Grigio, and it's not a bad wine. It's just, I have something against the name Tutu. All right, the Hestan Vineyards Chardonnay. This is Mark Harold wine, or, you know, I guess it's going to be made by Thomas Brown soon as Mark Harold's leaving. And Stanley Chang, the founder of KitchenAid, is the money behind this project. And a really nice Chardonnay if you like big, buttery Chardonnays. A lot of that buttery, butterscotchy kind of note. Lovely, juicy, ripe, tropical fruit, peaches. And, you know, a little bit over the top, but still has some good balance and freshness at the end, man. If you like that kind of thing, a nice little wine at $50. And a new appellation for me, San Francisco Bay. I didn't know that was an AC, but it says it on the, or an appellation in California, but it says it on the bottle, so it must be. All right, Monticelli Brothers, Cabernet Sauvignon from Napa. Really nice wine, and this is the winemaker for Chinchero that studied under Philippe Melka, who's making this wine. A good amount of fresh earth and herbal notes, that classic Cabernet showing through, red currant and cherry fruit on the nose. Hint of chocolate showing in there also, that toasty oak spice. Nice concentration of fruit, earth, and spice on the tongue. Really balanced, long finish. An excellent little Cabernet Sauvignon at $40. Hey, next up, our good friend Bob Foley with Charbono. Wow, what a cool varietal. And this is from the old Inglenook Vineyard, one of the great old Charbonos in the history of Napa Valley. And supposedly, Mr. Foley makes about 50% of the Charbono produced in California, about 1,000 cases a year. Wow, what an ambitious guy he is, huh? Really wild and savage stuff, this Charbono. Black tea, exotic spices, blackberry, blueberry-like fruit. Really briary, wild character this grape has. Thick and juicy on the tongue with, even though pretty big, has this lovely savory hint on the finish. And, man, really interesting stuff. Great juice. Everything from Robert Foley. All right, and then a wine called Banknote. And every bottle in the case has got a different old currency from this country. Kind of an interesting labeling phenomenon. And I guess for people that, you know that, they think, well, no, that's not the wine I had. It's got a different label. But they all have different labels. Kind of interesting. And the wine kind of reminds me of a wine called Prisoner, which is a Zinfandel blend. And most of you know how I feel about Zinfandel. But this wine had a nice balance. Maybe some of the earlier Prisoners before they beefed up the production to 200,000 cases or whatever it is at now. But still, for all that, lovely jammy fruit that you get from Zinfandel, this wine had a nice amount of freshness on the finish, even though you could tell it was probably pretty high on the alcohol Richter scale. All right, well, that's it from Vincent. Next up, we've got Matthew from Noble with a mixed bag from, well, all over the world.